Alright, hey guys, Pax, welcome back to another Pokemon Pocket video. In this video, we're going to be going over Donphan EX. Yes, this Pokemon. I remember seeing this Pokemon in the first Pokemon movie and just being utterly amazed about the design and the way he's able to roll. I found that very cool and unique. And yeah, I thought he was the coolest Pokemon until seconds later when, of course, Ash's level 99 Pikachu was just able to just demolish this guy, despite this Pokemon having type advantage against Electric. But yeah, plot armor in a nutshell. And yeah, this is Donphan EX. Very interesting Pokemon, HP 160, has one attack, but it kind of is two in a sense. So Gigantic Press does base 50 damage, only requires 1 energy. If this Pokemon has at least 2 extra fighting energy attached, this attack does 60 more damage, so in total 110, 130 with type advantage. And yeah, this is the deck right here. Of course, we are pairing him with Rampardos, pure fighting type deck. And we shall see how this deck performs. Yeah, so ideally you do want to get Donphan out pretty much as soon as possible. So of course you do want to go first. And then towards the mid to late game, Rampardos should sweep. And yeah, if you guys are new to my channel, consider liking and subscribing so you don't miss out on Pokemon Pocket content. And without further ado, let's get right into the deck showcase. Alright, here we are in our first battle. Going first, we are going against the Espeon EX solo deck. And again, if you guys are new to my deck showcases, how these deck showcases usually go, I'm going to do these 3 battles. First battle is a solo battle just to get a feel for a deck, and the next 2 are PvP. Alright, so this is very good. So again, ideally for this deck, you do want to go first. You need to get Donphan out, pretty much. Okay, so this is pretty good. For one thing, we can hopefully get Rampardos out sometime soon. But I'm just going to chill like this. This is rather scary because my opponent can very much just red me. But at the same time, I do want to, just in case, I might put communication just so I can get him out as fast as possible. Perfect. Okay, so we got him out. This is pretty good. We also have Poison Barb just to do a little bit chip damage because again, I mean, towards the early game, you kind of want to prioritize doing as much damage as possible. 50 is great, but at the same time, I mean, you could do a lot more. So for now, we're just going to chill like this. Just in case, I might as well Poison Barb him. And yeah, this deck is very fast paced because you don't want your opponent to ramp up. You don't want your opponent to get as built as possible. Keep in mind, this deck has no healing. So yeah, you just want to just overwhelm your opponent pretty much. Okay, so you use 2 EV bags, healing 40 HP. Pretty scary, but then bright side, he is poisoned. All right, yeah, at this point, this is super fast paced. So, okay, so we're just gonna do this. This Donphan is gonna die, but next turn we should be good because Gyarados is here. All right, so Gigantic Press. All right, this is pretty unfortunate because we can't see this guy get fully built, but at the same time, you're gonna go against battles like these where your opponent just gets built relatively fast, and yeah, just to compete, yeah, this Donphan might die just super fast, but again, this is why you do want to have Gyarados / Rampardos take over. Okay, this is a very fast solo battle. I'll be honest, a bit of RNG. He got pretty good RNG, but we did also. Damn, this is pretty much... Yeah, it's pretty much GG. Okay, yeah, I honestly didn't expect this to go that fast. I might, at this point, I might as well do another solo battle. So, we... Okay, I won. Okay. I was gonna say we either tied or I won. Hey, what's up, Lyra? Okay, so... Yeah, this is, you're gonna have battles like these. This is why, if you guys don't know, if you guys are a new player, if I didn't place the Skull Fossil down and I attack this Espeon, because of the recall, Rampardos will die. Both of our Pokemon will die, so it will be a tie. But because I have 1 Pokemon out, or yeah, technically 1 Pokemon out, do this, easy win. Yeah, you gotta love wins like these. It just feels so kind of perfect. But yeah, I'm gonna do 1 more solo battle. This one was relatively fast. For our next battle, we are going first. We are going against a Shuckle EX deck this time. We're going to beat the shit out of the Shuckle and then drink its juices. Very good. So we can't get Donphan out, and then hopefully he doesn't. Please don't red card us. I don't think he has red card, but this is always very scary, especially in PvP, because my opponent will get pretty good value if he does. But okay, this is good. So this is pretty nice. So next turn, we can get Gyarados out. For this turn, Donphan is out. Perfect. Okay, so Gigantic Press, and again, in 2 turns, he can do 110. Okay, he evolves into Ivysaur. All right. Okay, so I'm just gonna evolve Gyarados right here. Just keep on feeding this guy. Okay, this is pretty scary because next turn, he might be able to get Venusaur out, just like that. But at the same time, next time we are doing 110 damage. But this deck, he's using Prioritize a lot on healing. Okay, yeah. Damn, dude. This guy is freaking... This guy has such a good setup. So next turn, Donphan is dead. So we really need to get Rampardos out. Iono could help us. Or I'm going to do something risky. So this turn, I'm just going to do this. Gigantic Press. He's going to be at 30 HP. And then next turn, assuming he doesn't red card me, I'll just use Iono. And then hopefully get Rampardos. Because Rampardos, this guy's going to die. And Rampardos, it's really up to him to sweep. Alright, Donphan is dead. And now it's up to Rampardos. Please. There's no way, right? I have 2 choices. I can either trust the Professor or Iono. Okay, do I trust this guy? This creepy old man? No, I trust her. Please. There's no way. There we go. Perfect. Nice. We also got Pokeball, but At this point of the game, it's kind of risky because my opponent can just Sabrina and take a point. But at the same time, looking at his back line, I mean, might as well. Let's do this. Look at that, Rampardos. This guy came out, like, at this point, like, what, 4 to 5 booster packs ago? And he's still so good, so meta-relevant. And just, yeah, his attack is just huge. But yeah, this is how I ideally want to play this deck. Again, just have Donphan out, and then when he dies, sub in Rampardos. But the only main downside is it does require a bit of RNG. Also, it kind of sucks because depending on how fast-paced your opponent's deck is, with your Donphan, you might have some issues getting him fully built. Because by then, your opponent might just, yeah, depending on his deck, that Donphan might be dead. But overall, pretty fun. It's super easy to get out. And I really do like how the card has essentially 2 attacks. And yeah, we should see how this deck performs in PvP. Alright, here we are in our next battle. Going second. Okay, so, damn, this is pretty rough. Yeah, just looking at this, we would have had an insane lead if we went first. But this kind of shows the downside for this deck, because going second really does suck. On the bright side, we can attack. The main downside is that, look at this, he's going to be at 10 HP. Yeah, and knowing this deck, depending on his RNG, he might evolve. Oh, of course, yeah, he Marses me. Nice. Could help us out, because all we need is a Donphan. Rampardos, Iono. Perfect. Nice. This is very good. I'm liking the odds currently. So we can get him out. He evolves his backline, so you just get the Sylveon EX out. Draws 3 cards, Mars, and then, yeah. So for now, just keep on feeding this guy. Should be fully built next turn. Nice. Okay, so he does EV bag. Kind of makes sense because he does need that plus 10 damage. So next turn, he can just one-shot this Donphan. But we're good. We are golden. Look at this. Next turn, we can get Rampardos out. I doubt he's going to red card me. He already used the Mars. I doubt he has another Mars. But yeah, for now, let's do this. Interesting. He Giant Capes. EV bags. He's trying to heal up. But there's really nothing he can do against Rampardos. Like, alright, GG. Okay, yeah. Does exactly 70 damage. Nice. But no one can compete. Again, man, this deck is very straightforward. But after using it, in my opinion, I still kind of prefer the Silvally / Rampardos deck. Overall, I feel like that deck is a lot more consistent. Looking at that deck, that's a non-EX deck. Whereas this guy, of course, he is an EX. So yeah, after he dies, you kind of have to sub in Rampardos. For that deck, your first Silvally dies, you could sub in another Silvally. And then once that dies, then Rampardos sweeps. But yeah, I'm going to do one more battle. I'm going to do it in ranked, and we'll see how this guy performs. All right, here we are in ranked, going second, which is already not good. But it could be, it might work to our favor, depending on his deck. Never mind. Actually, maybe, but okay, I kind of regret placing this Manaphy down. All right, hand looks somewhat promising. For now, we're just gonna, might as well just attack. What is up with this? I'm always in this scenario, man. It's always either Iono or Professor's Research. I have to choose between one of these two. Damn, that's pretty unfortunate. So he does Giant Cape, so even if I get Donphan out, Formosa will survive 1 turn, which is not good. Also, the Skull Fossil is about to die. Okay, I have 2 choices, Iono or Professor's Research. What should I do? Because I have 2 rare candies as well. You know what, in the beginning of the video, I trusted Iono. Professor, do not fail me, please. Okay, Professor, you're dead to me. I should have Iono'd. I don't know what I was thinking, but damn, this is not good. So, okay, I have to discard. Might as well poison barb these 2. And then hopefully next turn, I do have Iono, so I might as well just use that. Hopefully get Donphan. For now, just play like this. Oh, fuck. Okay. That's good to know. Damn. That's huge Guzma value right there. So Manaphy is dead. But on the bright side, Formosa is definitely dead next turn. The only issue is, okay, this is not good. Perfect, Donphan. Thank you, man. He could win this. This is a Donphan deck showcase, so yeah, dude, this is all we need. This guy is our hero, and I believe in him. Hey, what's up, Mars? Thank you. That totally helps me a ton. Okay, 2 Rampardos, nice. Okay, I don't know what this hand is. Yeah, this is not good. So, damn, this is pretty rough. 110 damage. That's dude, this game is really blue balling me, man. He's gonna be at 10 HP. But on the bright side, we do have Cyrus, so this could help us out in the long run if he does decide to switch. But at the same time, I mean, he could just switch into the Celesteela, but not. But he doesn't. Okay, he subs in Formosa. I see what he's trying to go for, but he's just getting bad RNG'd. Where is? I'm assuming he has Buzzwole EX in his deck, but he just isn't pulling him. All right, we could still win, but it's really up to the heart of the cards. Please, screw. I might as well feed the Skull Fossil, so we can't kill this guy. But next turn, it really depends on Celesteela, because he has to get a heads. If he gets a heads, then I lose. But for now, okay, yeah, Formosa overkill. He is dead, and yeah, this guy is at 100 HP. So as long as this guy doesn't get heads, we should be good. Okay, yep, but it doesn't matter because he's gonna get tails. Yeah, Yeah, this is totally staged. It's a stage battle. And now I'm going to pull a rare candy. Look at that. Okay, we were able to clutch it out. Professor, yeah, fuck off. I hate you, but look at this. And this is where we use Lyra, because we can now use Lyra. So if he had... Oh, come on, man. He still had a chance. He doesn't know I had Lyra, but he just gave up. Sure. I could have basically used Lyra to just retreat from Donphan, a free retreat, and just sub in Rampardos. By the same time, I mean, my Donphan was fully built, so I could have just done that manually. And yeah, I guess that's why he did retreat, but yeah, damn. I shouldn't have won that. I really shouldn't. I'm assuming, again, his deck probably had a Buzzwole EX, and for some reason, he just couldn't pull him somehow, but yeah, thanks game. I appreciate this victory. Hey, that's a Donphan EX / Rampardos deck showcase. Overall, the moral of this video is to trust in Iono. Yeah, trust in Iono. Screw the professor. He is not reliable. And in that scenario, I feel like honestly, Ionoing was probably the best choice. But I felt risky. I felt like gambling it. And that's what happens when you gamble. It feels like you lost at the moment, but ultimately you do win. And yeah, that's the deck showcase. Overall, I'd probably rate this deck A tier, just like solid A, because it's very scary to use. Like, it really depends on your opponent's deck. If they can get an insane advantage over you, then yeah, just really nothing you could do. If you can get both Donphan and Rampardos out relatively fast, then you can just ultimately sweep the game. But again, very scary because as soon as this guy gets built, he's most likely gonna die next turn. As you can see from the previous battles, most of the time I was pretty much only able to use Gigantic Press only once per game, and then next turn he dies. But yeah, overall, it's still a very fun deck. But in my opinion, after playing this, I still kind of prefer Silvally overall. Yeah, this deck right here, I still find this deck a lot of fun to run. Especially with the, again, Gladion support, especially how this deck always incentivizes you to use supporter cards. So it's pretty fun. So overall, I feel like this deck has a lot of synergy and is overall a lot more fun compared to this deck. But at the same time, looking at this deck, it's still pretty viable. And if you did pull Donphan EX, you might as well use him. And then yeah, when it comes to Rampardos, this guy is going to be meta relevant for the foreseeable future. Yeah, that's a deck showcase. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want more. And yeah, as a small-time content creator, it does really help me out a ton. And with that being said, I'll see you guys on my next video. Peace.